Verse 5, you shall make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Again, exactly as has been seen in the previous instances, these badim, or poles, are to be of acacia wood and overlaid with gold. And again, just as before, the adjective pure is lacking from the description. Verse 6, and you shall put it before the veil that is before the ark of the testimony, before the mercy seat that is over the testimony, where I will meet with you. This golden altar of incense was to be put directly in front of the veil in the middle of the holy place, between the table of showbread on one side and the menorah on the other side. As it is said to be before the ark of the testimony, it indicates that the ark and it are intricately connected together. However, it also says before the mercy seat. Therefore, it is also intricately connected to that. It is tied to both individually. Finally, it says that it is where I will meet with you. This is speaking of the presence of the Lord above the mercy seat, between the cherubim which are on it. These three items, the ark, the mercy seat, and the altar of incense, are all so intricately connected that the author of Hebrews says that the altar is actually on the other side of the veil. Here's what he says in Hebrews chapter 9, verse 2 through 5. For a tabernacle was prepared, the first part, in which was the lampstand, the table, and the showbread, which is called the sanctuary. And behind the second veil, the part of the tabernacle which is called the holiest of all, which had the golden censer and the ark of the covenant overlaid with all sides with gold, in which were the golden pot that had the manna, Aaron's rod that budded, and the tablets of the covenant, and above it were the cherubim of glory overshadowing the mercy seat. This description by the author of Hebrews is not in error. Rather, John Lang explains what is intended. He says, for this reason, we would find rather a theological idea than an archaeological error in that passage of the epistle to the Hebrews, which puts it in the Holy of Holies. For this is the altar by which its incense symbolizes the prayer of the high priest. In other words, it's so intricately connected with the Ark of the Covenant and the mercy seat, where the high priest goes behind once a year. It's so intricately connected with that it's actually described as being in that room. And that's a theological point that he's trying to make when he says that, which pertains to each and every one of us right here, right now. In this verse, there's a play on words occurring which is provided to give insights into the work of Jesus Christ. The veil, or paroket, comes from the word perek, which means cruelty or rigor. That then comes from an unused root meaning to break apart or to fracture. In this, we can see where cruelty or rigor then comes into play. The mercy seat, or kaporet, indicates a satisfaction. This comes from the word kafar, which in this situation means to appease or to satisfy. The two words, paroket and kaporet, are spelled with the same letters, but they're simply realigned from pe resh kaf tav to kaf pe resh tav. The letter kaf is simply moved forward. The letter pe means mouth, and it signifies to blow or to scatter. Kaf is represented by an open hand and signifies to open, allow, or to tame. On one side, there is cruelty and rigor. On the other side, there's mercy or satisfaction. The only thing that would pass through this veil each day would be the smell of the incense as it wafted through the air.